Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Bad versus Evil, the rule of not two. It is John Matrixx, and as always, Road Rants on Star Wars. What's the good word, Rhodes?
Nothing much. I'm in the house.
Yes,
What's going
sir.
on?
Oh, not much. End of a good work week, 3-day weekend for me. Nice warm weather out here. It's been looking cloudy for a little bit, but no rain. So we'll
Oh
have to
my
see about
god.
that.
I got all your rain today.
Well, we need it over here, man. My grass is, I guess my winterizer on my grass is starting to wear off. So I need to get my yard guy to put some seed down on the on the grass.
We got a hair under 5 inches this morning.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot of rain, man.
Yeah. I drove through running water this morning to get to work.
Oh my god,
Yeah. 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 It
man.
was it and that I mean it literally it poured from 3 a.m. until about 8 o'clock. Literally nonstop, just poured.
Wow.
Yeah, did not stop. I was like, wow, this is nuts. And we're supposed to get more tonight, more tomorrow, and more tomorrow night.
Oh my god, that is crazy, man.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
just crazy. You know what else is crazy?
What else?
The Avengers Endgame box office. It's
Pretty damn
insane.
crazy. Yeah.
It's just insane. And thanks, guys, everybody that's watching. Looks like we have a few people watching. Hopefully, more people come in. Start dropping some stuff in the chat. We need to get this chat going. It's too quiet right now. Uh, but this Avengers in-game box office is insane, and I really think that this movie is going to blast Avatar off the face of the planet. Now, granted, Avatar was 2.7 billion. That came out 10 years ago, so there's going to be some inflation involved in that. But we're just talking nominal dollars right now. This movie is at 1.6641511786 billion. So, in simple numbers, about 1.7 billion
Yeah.
dollars right
Yeah.
now. Billion with a B.
Yeah.
People were actually saying that it will probably be at 1.7 million next weekend. I mean, by this, by Monday. Uh-uh.
Oh
It
no,
it
it
looks
will
like
flirt with 2.5 by Monday.
it's gonna
It will
be
flirt with
somewhere
2.5.
around 2.4 to 2.5 billion after the second full weekend. In my,
What will that make it? Officially the second biggest movie of all time?
I
If it does two
think
and a half
I
billion?
think so. Let me look here and see because I know
It's
there's,
already sixth.
yeah. Let me look it up here. All time box office.
uh, okay, let's see. Yeah, it'll pass Jurassic World today. It's already passed it, I guarantee you. Because that's Wednesdays. So Thursday, um, boy, by the end of the day, Friday, it might
Uh, oh, I have
definitely
it up right now.
by the end of the day Saturday, it'll pass Infinity War and The Force Awakens.
What did you find?
I went to worldwide.
Jurassic World.
I went to
Because I
worldwide grosses. I'm on Box Office
okay.
Mojo. Um,
I
and
think they only show.
Titanic's
Let's see.
2.187. So
Yeah, Titanic is number two. It's going to be at the number two spot this weekend.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree.
Force Awakens is three. Infinity War is number four. Oh, Jurassic World is number five. Which
Yeah, I knew it didn't
which
make
it's
it.
only like $2 million behind Jurassic World. So technically, let's just say it's a tie with Jurassic World right now.
Well, that's through Wednesday. Today's Thursday. It's already past Jurassic World.
Oh yeah, because we're like a day behind on results. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense now.
That's
And my computer,
insane.
yeah, my computer's I guess kind of running a little bit slow because my video
That
is uploading right now at the same time.
that's
But
funny.
that's
Jurassic World outperformed the Last Jedi. I'm
well, I
just
didn't
saying.
realize that Jurassic World had made 1.6 billion.
Hell, even Jurassic World 2 made $1.3 billion.
Now this is a
Oh.
surprise. Furious 7 is number 7.
Yeah, yeah, it those Furious movies do killer business.
Yeah.
Killer. That's
Then
another example. That's Fate of the Furious did 1.2 billion. Um that just tells you right there that and of course like Mission Impossible as well. A franchise can successfully reinvent itself
yeah.
because the Fast and Furious completely reinvented itself with the fifth movie, and they turned it into more of a big epic action, almost like a car based Mission Impossible movie. Um, and they just kept adding stars to the and they're not going to win any Oscars. I mean, they're not.
No.
Nobody's winning any acting awards, but they're good to sit down and kill 2.5 hours, just watching a movie. Um, but that just tells you right there that maybe, if Kathleen Kennedy ever gets out of the way, there's hope for Star Wars at some point. Maybe somebody can reinvent it.
Well, I don't know about that. But here's a bigger question. I mean, Endgame, we need to start thinking about this kind of numbers for it. Let's talk about um where will it rank all time when adjusted for inflation? Now, when you adjust for inflation, um, it has a challenge because the number one movie of all time, adjusted for inflation, is Gone with the Wind, 3.7 billion. I don't know if it's going to get there.
That's awfully lofty.
That's a lot of money, man. And
Yeah.
and check this out: Avatar, adjusted for inflation, is 3.251 billion. It could get around there, I think. Man, James Cameron is just a movie making god. Titanic is number 3 with 3.078 billion. Then Star Wars is 3.041 billion. So that's the only 4 movies ever to be over 3 billion at the box office. Then from there you get to The Sound of Music, E.T., The Ten Commandments, Dr. Zhivago, Jaws, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. That rounds out the top 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Uh,
definitely it's going to end up at least top 5 all time.
yeah. Yeah. And I mean, really and truly, I mean, of course, we know they don't adjust for inflation, so they'll just call it the biggest movie ever.
Yeah.
You know, um,
Yeah, but you have to adjust for inflation because of, IMAX ticket prices now, the
sure,
number of
sure.
it's kind of really hard to, Gone with the Wind, 3.7 billion. That movie came out in 1939. I don't think any of us were around during that time, but the lines for that movie must have been outrageous. I just can't imagine that.
You want you said what, 1939?
Came out in 1939.
Yeah, I'll tell you something crazy. My father saw that in the theater.
Really?
Yeah, my dad's 88 years old,
Okay.
and he's told me stories of going to the theater to see Gone with the Wind. He was 9 years old. Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, yeah, it is.
I mean, I
It
wonder
is.
what it was even like going to a movie theater. I mean, a movie ticket probably costs what?
Uh,
Not even a dollar probably.
no, I think it was more like maybe a nickel
Yeah.
or a dime, something like that.
Yeah.
Which
It's a lot of
wasn't.
money back then.
That's right. That's right. It was just like $10 to us today. So,
Yeah.
um, that's right. That's
Yeah, no,
right.
I know Avatar was, well, not Avatar, but Titanic, since that came out 20 years ago. Those tickets, I remember going to see that. I think it was like $5 back then. Premium ticket back then. And
Oh yeah,
Titanic, man,
it wasn't nothing to see a matinee for 3 or
Yeah.
350, you know.
Yeah. And I gotta say, there's been no going to see Titanic at first. It wasn't an event, but word of mouth got around about that movie after it came out. And 1997, 98, man, it was just Titanic crazy back then. Really, really crazy.
I
Did
was
did, did,
I
did you see it in the
I
movie
was
theater?
yeah, I did. I was dating an old gal, and um man, that was her Star Wars. She couldn't she was like on overload fired up for that
Yeah.
movie. And so we went and saw it opening night, and God, it was packed. I mean, just packed. I actually saw that twice in the theater, come to think of it, because I came back and I took my mother to see it. I wanted to do something nice, so I took my mother to see Titanic,
Uh
and she loved it. You know, I mean,
yeah,
they
it's a
loved
great movie. It's a great movie, man. I
if
like
you say
Titanic.
so.
I'm a big time
Oh, if you
James
say
Cameron
so.
fan. James
Oh,
Cameron is amazing.
oh, I am too. I'm like Titanic's the one blemish on his record.
What the thing is, when I went to see Titanic, did you ever see that movie, A Night to Remember, the black and white Titanic movie?
uh,
Check it out. It's a good movie. But
I don't guess I've seen it.
I was thinking that that Titanic was going to be more like a bio than anything. But James Cameron ended up going for like emotion and story. It wasn't nothing like that. So I was kind of like just really just caught off guard when I saw the movie, and it got really really sad. He
Right.
captured a lot of emotion. James Horner's score was really amazing, and I was just blown away by that. Sal, thank you for joining. He said petition, eh? Yep. Barry Galvin is here. Says I saw A Night to Remember. Yeah, I saw A Night to Remember. They showed it to us, I believe, when I was in junior high school. Because I remember we were studying. We watched a documentary on Dr. Robert Ballard. He's the guy that actually discovered the Titanic, and I was always amazed by like the Titanic and Dr. Robert Ballard and things like that. So yeah, so we got 11 people watching, 7 thumbs up. Make sure you smash the like button on this. But reason why we were talking about all this Titanic and stuff because Endgame is just going to obliterate the box office, and it is just I don't know. What do you guys see? How much do you think Endgame is going to do during this entire box office run? You got a number in your head, Rhodes?
Me right
Yeah.
now, me and you were the only two people on YouTube that went out on a limb and called 3 billion. And
Yeah,
I had people in my comment section telling me I was nuts. And this movie's gonna hit $3 billion.
easily gonna hit it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna flirt around 3.3
Yeah,
maybe.
that's what I was just thinking myself, around 3.3 billion, because it doesn't seem like this second week drop off is going to happen. This movie's already made like $500 million since Monday, and we haven't
That's
even gotten to the weekend. So you have to think this movie's going to pull in what I'm thinking it's probably only going to be about a 30% drop, which is like really really good.
man. If it only because when I did my box office report last week, I said even if you take into account a 50% drop, it would be 1.8 by end of day next Sunday, and it just hit that 4 days earlier,
Yeah,
5 days earlier than that.
yeah, and
So
it's about
nuts.
1.7 right now. So
Oh,
pretty
it's
much
yeah,
right now it's probably closer to 1.9 right now.
yep,
That's what I'm thinking. Worldwide. So about 1.9, probably like 1.885 or something like that. And
right.
then you get to the weekend starts tomorrow. Man, this movie, oh man, this movie actually probably get 700 million this weekend. So that'll put, man, it's going to put it at like 2.66 billion.
It's got a chance.
Wait a minute. That'd be something.
It's going to make a hard run at Gone with the Wind. Yeah, it will.
But let's just say the nominal dollars. This movie may actually tie Avatar by Monday.
yeah, there's a real chance for that.
That's a real chance. I don't know if it's going to get quite there. But
oh no, Joe K. He hasn't seen Endgame yet. We haven't mentioned any spoilers in here.
Nah, we haven't. We assumed that everybody had already watched it, but we haven't really talked any spoilers.
Yeah.
So Barry Gavin says, just got back from seeing Endgame over here in the UK. And the audience reactions to all the amazing scenes are, as usual, non-existent.
Yikes.
Interesting.
Yeah. My theater was fired up.
Well, I don't think anybody actually went to go to the restroom when I saw it. There was nobody that walked past me.
I must have had such like tunnel vision that I pretty much lost cabin pressure from the time that I just was like, from the time they hit the episode 9 trailer to the end of Endgame, and I sat through the credits. I didn't know what was going on with anybody else sitting around me.
I didn't even watch all the credits because I already knew there wasn't going to be any end credit scenes.
Right. Well, there was a nod at Tony Stark at the end, which was real cool.
Yeah.
With the banging of the hammer from when he was building the original Iron Man suit. I thought that was real nice.
Hey, Dog Show's here. Dog, I sent you a link too. If you want to join in, check.
Sure, I'll join.
Oh God.
What's up, fellas?
Oh yeah. I didn't have our chat pulled. I didn't have our screen pulled up.
Gotcha. I was being quiet. You guys are on a roll there. So, but yeah. How you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good, man. Pretty good.
What's up, dog?
Not a whole lot. I was working on my Empire Strikes Back project there, so kind of fun. Got a little more footage than I wanted, but it should be fun. Hopefully, I'll have something by the weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been binge watching The Flash on Netflix, man. I'm on season 3. I think like episode 17 or something like that. Man, that show is really good. Just really, really good.
I'm trying to catch up with the current season right now. I watched episode 15 of the current season, and I'm really fired up for the next episode because King Shark and Gorilla Grodd are both in it. So and evidently the Flash and King Shark are going to team up versus Grodd. You've seen Grodd already,
yeah, and thanks for spoiling that part because I didn't know that. I just got to the part where
no, I'm talking about this season. We're many episodes apart right now.
Yeah, I know that, but I just finished the episode where they got Grodd back into this universe, and the other apes, they went back to their planet, to their dimension, I should say.
Grodd's such a good villain.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying too.
His voice is awesome.
Yeah. Fatal J is here. Chubby Teddy Monster Productions is here. Thanks for joining.
Hey.
So, dog, we're talking about your, I guess, worst movie of the year so far.
Not worst movie of the year so far. I think I've seen something worse. I know Glass irritated me too, the end of it, and a lot of Glass made me mad though too. So I'm trying to think which one upset me more, this one or Glass. So, but I take it you're talking about Avengers.
Yeah, I just got Glass on digital, so do not spoil it for me. It's on my.
Oh no! Sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
It's not that good, man. The third act is gonna piss you off.
It might. A lot of folks, it's kind of 50-50, man. There's some folks that really dug the end, so
it hasn't aged well with me.
Nope.
If you like Unbreakable and you like Split, this movie's nowhere near as good as those.
Shit.
Sorry.
Figures.
At least I didn't
Princess
spoil it
Elsa,
for you.
hello.
What's up, Princess Elsa?
But you never know. I mean, like you guys remember how the porgs really irritate me, right? And they don't irritate Rhodes as much as they do Dog.
Yeah.
So I mean, it might be one of those things too. It could be like a porg situation. I
So,
just
Dog,
pull that out of my ass, but
Dog, did you hear that Endgame is at 1.7 billion already?
Just caught that. Yeah, I caught the end there where you said it's about to catch Avatar by like Monday or something. The way it's going, so
That's what I'm thinking, because
that is ridiculous.
That 1.7 billion is like from yesterday. So right now, this movie is probably closer to 1.9 already, and it's probably gonna get what 700 million this weekend. So that'll be like what about 2.6 billion. So it'll probably just be about 100 billion, 100 million behind Avatar.
Right. Yeah, give or take 10 mil. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, it's nuts.
It is ridiculous. But I mean, hey, the thing is though, is that, and again, I'm not a big fan of the film. I think we've kind of mentioned that earlier, but look what they did prior to this film, right? I mean, they made, for the most part, for those umpteen years, they made good, outstanding, entertaining films for the most part. And they're reaping the rewards off it right now. You look at Star Wars, they give us something like Last Jedi, and then look at what happens to Solo right after that, right? So
yeah,
that's just kind of what I look at. So, but,
yeah,
hey, good job, Marvel.
And another way to look at that is a movie like Ant-Man does 700 million.
Right?
I mean,
yeah, I like Ant-Man a lot.
I really like the first one, but just far as like his role as a character in the overall big scheme of the Marvel comic universe, as a member of the Avengers, he was like, member number 10 on the rank, and his movie made 700 million bucks. So they're doing something right. And did you guys see, we haven't mentioned this, did you see that Chris Hemsworth re-upped with Marvel today?
Yeah, I saw that.
So is he going to be doing Guardians of the Galaxy, or is he going to be doing Thor?
I think he's definitely going to be in Guardians 3.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
I think we talked a little bit on Rhodes' stream Tuesday, but I mean, like, how are you guys feeling about and forgive me, I think what's her name, Valkyrie or something?
Yeah,
like, what if like she did like her own sort of Thor movie? Would that work? She would she do just as well as Captain Marvel or say Wonder Woman?
No.
See, I don't know if I'll watch that, because I don't like her being the queen. She has no right to be the queen of the Asgardians. I just think, now that I think about it, I think that was just one of those woke moments that they put in to Endgame. It made absolutely no sense whatsoever.
She's an ancillary character. I mean, unless they plan on putting, Thor in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to see it. And I still might not go see it.
Yeah.
If he's not the main draw on it, I probably won't go see it.
Yeah. You can't call it Thor without Thor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right. But supposedly he's doing Thor 4 as well. So there should be 2 movies for sure. And then I noticed Grace Randolph did the same exercise we did the other night. She went through and picked her new Avengers, like we did on my stream.
I'm glad that's how she's getting her ideas. That's cool, Rhodes. Good for you, Rhodes.
That's not the first time I've seen that happen across YouTube. Mike Zero. Oh,
that'd be something if Mike Zero started a Marvel channel.
Oh man, he'd kill it.
Yeah, he definitely would.
Yeah, he would kill it. I'll never forget when he posted that the World Between Worlds Luke Skywalker resurrection video the day after I posted mine. Man, my email, I had like 14 subscribers email me like, dude, have you seen Mike Zero? He literally ripped your entire video.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, they do that.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Princess. I was like, well, at least somebody will see it.
Princess Elsa asks, wasn't Avatar's box office inflated because it was a 3D movie? No, not really. Originally, wait. Avatar, yeah, it was a 3D movie. I was thinking Titanic.
Yeah.
Avatar was. But still, for people to actually go out and, spend the money on 3D. Wait a minute. Avatar was only in 3D, I believe, right? I think it was. I think you could only watch it in 3D.
No, I think I watched it on DVD. So
yeah, I went to the movie theater and watched it, and man, that was a visually stunning movie on the big screen. I mean, it really, really was. Yeah, and those tickets are probably like $12 or something back then. Like 3D IMAX is probably like 15 now, so it's went up a little bit.
Dog, where do you stand on Avatar?
I'm out of that world.
I like Avatar.
I liked a few of the characters and stuff, but there's just a few too many silly kind of details that I didn't like about it. So that I'm like, I don't think I'm going to continue with it. Yeah, a lot of it has to do with like some of the side characters and stuff, and but I kind of like that soldier guy. He was kind of funny. And then who's that? Giovanni
Ribisi.
Yeah, he was pretty funny kind of too. So
yeah,
but I think I'm out of that world.
Yeah, and just so you know, Joe K470, he says if you judge box office adjusted for inflation, Avatar is 15, Gone to Win is still number 1 after all these years. No, you're incorrect. Avatar is not 15. Avatar is number 2.
Yeah.
And I do agree. It was absolutely visually stunning and all that. And like how Princess also saying it's a lot like Dances with Wolves. And like a film like Dances with Wolves is, I guess, a little more my style, I guess.
I'm gonna have to watch Dances with Wolves because I've heard that several times. I've never seen it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm gonna have to watch it this weekend.
Yeah, it's a fantastic film.
Yeah.
But I was just saying that Avatar is not 15 when you judge it for inflation. It's second.
I like Stephen Lang in that movie.
Stephen Lang is awesome, man.
Yeah. Well, he's monumentally great in Tombstone as Ike Clanton.
Yeah, I like Stephen Lang as Freddie Lounds in Manhunter.
I think I had a rough time with Sigourney Weaver in that. Was she
really?
She was in that, right?
Yeah, she was in that. Michelle Rodriguez was in that.
There's I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because I'm so old school, traditional, Alien and such and all that stuff. I just felt a little out of place to me.
Yeah, but here's the interesting part. Stephen Lang and Sigourney Weaver are coming back to shoot those scenes, and Stephen Lang got killed at the end of Avatar. So
he was like the bad soldier, right?
Yeah, so I'm assuming that he's probably he got put in some Avatar body or something. I think is Michelle Rodriguez coming back too? I don't remember.
It'll be like Darth Avatar.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I think Giovanni Ribisi's coming back too.
I tell you, I will continue to say they have made a massive mistake waiting this long to make a sequel.
But that's the way James Cameron does it, man. He never moves fast.
I know, but I cannot tell you how many people I have seen on the internet and talked to that are like, really? They're making an Avatar sequel?
Not only that, he's making 4 more.
Yeah, I know it.
He's shooting them all at one time. So, but look at him. It took him 7 years to come out with Terminator 2. I don't think James Cameron is big on sequels that much, because now that I think about it, this will probably be only the second sequel he's ever made outside of Terminator.
Terminator's the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
Other than this, actually.
Yeah, there was rumors that he was gonna make True Lies 2, but it never came out. Man, True Lies is such a great movie. It's such a great movie. Man, James Cameron may be the greatest filmmaker ever.
Cameron's the Alien guy too, right?
He did one Alien movie.
He only did so he didn't do Aliens. Who did Aliens?
He did Aliens, yes.
Yeah, that's the only one he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who did the? Okay, then my apologies. Who did the first?
Ridley Scott
did the first. That's why I was wondering about that because I had Ridley Scott in my head, and I'm going, no, I thought he did like Blade Runner and Gladiator stuff like that, but I couldn't remember him. Yeah, he did the first one. Then that's right. Cameron took over for Aliens.
Yeah. So and James Cameron is doing. He's technically really on board with Terminator. He's a lot more involved with Terminator than people know. The new Terminator movie.
That's so cool when you look back at those films and just the directing style. That you can definitely just tell, this was the Ridley Scott film and this was the Cameron film. And if you looked at them, that's just that's awesome.
You know what? Now that Endgame is actually already out and I've seen it, I'm thinking now that the new Terminator movie is probably my most anticipated movie to see the rest of the year because everybody's saying the clips that they saw were really, really good. This is James Cameron Terminator here. So James Cameron wasn't involved with the other Terminators and that comes out in November. We should be getting a trailer like really soon.
Very soon. Yeah.
And I can't wait to see it. And one thing we do know is Mackenzie Davis. She's playing a Terminator. And we already know that Diego Luna is playing a Terminator, but we don't know what kind of Terminator she is. And they're back to nudity in this movie because they say when at the beginning, Mackenzie Davis falls out of the sky and she's naked. So this ain't no PG-13 Terminator. Those days are over. This is rated R Terminator.
Like the first one.
Yeah. Joe, I don't think you have to worry about it. He said, hopefully a lot better than Terminator Sega Genesis. Yeah, that had nothing to do with James Cameron. That was the worst Terminator movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's awful. And I actually have that movie on Amazon for some reason.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I'm still looking forward to the Tarantino film. That's my most anticipated right now, the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's my number.
Yeah.
That's
I forgot about that. That does look good.
Yeah. I had Endgame. It was 1, and then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And then I think 3 is God.
Oh, I know what mine are. Now that you mentioned that.
I guess Star Wars. Shit.
I would actually say this.
And
I would say Terminator, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Joker.
Oh yeah.
Those are my top 3.
Sorry, Star Wars. You got down to 4.
I would say like Star Wars for different reasons. Spider-Man: Homecoming. I mean, Far From Home. I don't know about that. I guess. Are you more hyped for? Do you want to see more Spider-Man: Far From Home or Episode 9?
Episode 9.
Yeah, I guess so too, but it's for different reasons.
Oh, wow, that's a tough question.
And the Mandalorian trumps all of this nonsense we're talking about.
Well, we're talking about just strictly box office releases. Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, I'd probably go with Star Wars on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely signing up for Disney Plus. I'm gonna spend the $70 to get Disney Plus for a year.
John Wick, is that?
Oh, I forgot. Wait a minute, that's the next movie. John Wick fan, I'm glad you mentioned that. So, all right, so it's John Wick, Terminator, and Joker. That's my top 3 for the rest of the year. John Wick is so amazing.
It's like somebody's doing an Elton John film too. They're trying to rip off of like Queen.
Oh yeah, Rocky Man. Nah, I'm not watching that.
Hold on. Our boy Geo Bricks, The Empire Strikes Back, and it's not even remotely close. Okay.
Oh yeah, Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. And you're talking to 3 Star Wars guys.
not
Oh,
even
it's not even close.
Yeah.
remotely close.
But
Okay.
I think if you said Infinity War or Empire Strikes Back, that'll be a better conversation. But I still would say Empire Strikes Back.
Still wouldn't happen for me. I got
Yeah.
Empire as my number one movie
Yeah.
in the history of all movies ever made.
Yeah.
Empire Strike. That's like Shaq versus Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the Marvel universe a lot, but I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
That'll
All
never
movies-
change.
All movies are judged versus Empire Strikes Back.
Now I know that the MCU has a lot more better movies overall than all the Star Wars movies, but I would watch a Star Wars movie before I would watch an MCU movie. Not Last Jedi, not Force Awakens.
Oh yeah, that's fact.
No.
Well,
Actually, we were talking
I'm
about
glad
doing
And some
a
of I'd watch some of the MCU films over like Attack of the Clones.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
But probably none over the, like, if you had them in the bin right now, or like, the original trilogy versus anything in the MCU. Ooh.
No, I'm taking the original trilogy
Yeah.
over everything in the MCU.
everything.
yeah, all MCU.
And I love the MCU.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
The only comic movie that I would even give consideration to would be The Dark Knight for me. And that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Dark Knight. And even, and of course, like I've said in the past, I consider that Nolan trilogy to be the Star Wars original trilogy of superhero films.
I'll tell you another movie that I would it'll be close. And I don't think this movie gets a lot of love, but it should. It's a Christopher Nolan movie. Interstellar is amazing. That is a very, very good movie.
Is that with McConaughey's in that?
Yes,
one?
yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That movie's great, but I don't think some people really understand the science of it, because they base that movie on real science. And I know I love astronomy. I watch a lot of Neil deGrasse Tyson on the Science Channel and stuff like that.
Right.
So I watch all that kind of stuff. So Stephen Hawking, I watch all that stuff. I'm a space nerd. So, but that movie is really, really amazing. Did you like that movie, Rhodes?
Interstellar? Yeah. I like anything Nolan does.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys mentioned Childs. I think Rhodes did, or maybe it was John said Child's Play. I think you guys were talking about that one too.
Yeah. Now, here's a good question. Here's a really good question for you guys. Who is the better filmmaker? James Cameron or Christopher Nolan?
I'm going to give the nod to Cameron.
I am too,
Yeah,
but it is close.
It is very close.
It is close, though.
Razor thin close, okay?
I think we just need more out of Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
He's younger. Cameron is in his 60s, but
Yeah,
man,
you just need
everything that
more
Nolan touches
body
is
of
gold.
work. So
Yeah, everything that Nolan touches is gold. Everything that James Cameron touches pretty much is gold too. So yeah, Barry Galvin says tough on Cameron though.
Okay, I'm going to take this a step further since you decided to throw that out there like that. Cameron or Spielberg?
Oh, Cameron.
Oh,
Easy.
no way.
Oh, I'm taking
Cameron.
Spielberg on that.
I love Spielberg.
No
Like,
way.
man,
Dude, you've got to think about the 70s and 80s.
I know.
Got E.T.
like Schindler's List is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Jaws was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of fell off in the 2000s.
Yeah.
But before that dude was rolling epic after epic after epic. All the Indiana Jones movies. I mean, think about that.
But you know what though? I consider Indiana Jones more George Lucas, even though Spielberg directed him.
Schindler's List.
I know Schindler's List is amazing, but I think overall James Cameron has made more movies that fit my style.
Man, when's the last time you seen Close Encounters?
That's been a while, actually.
Boy, I watched it last year because it was on Netflix, and I was like, God, I couldn't believe how that movie is amazing. It is amazing.
Yeah, and I know Jaws is great too, but Indiana Jones.
Epic.
I think Indiana Jones is more George Lucas than Spielberg.
And well, that was Spielberg's idea, though.
George Lucas created the characters and the stories.
Because Spielberg wanted to do a Bond movie, and they wouldn't let him. So he said, "I'll just figure out a way to make my own kind of Bond movie," and that's how Indiana Jones came to be.
What's the chat saying here?
Yeah,
they looks like they like Cameron.
George Lucas or Stan Lee?
Stan Lee. Stan Lee's a comic book writer. That's not even really the same. It's not the same.
I think he's maybe.
Yeah, look at the world of Star Wars, just like the characters, all that. Kind of judge it from that for a second. Yeah. I'm stepping back before I just go and say Stan Lee automatically. Or
see, I'm more of a movie person than a comic book person.
But like we got Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and et cetera, Darth Vader, Palpatine, all of them, right? And then now,
yeah.
But that's a tough,
I would say George Lucas because George Lucas hadn't directed a lot of movies, but he has completely revolutionized filmmaking. Anything that he does, he's always about 10 to 15 years above anybody else on ideas. Look what Star Wars single-handedly did in the 1970s. It revolutionized filmmaking. If there was no Star Wars, I don't think you're getting technology like in Terminator 2. I don't think the technology would be there yet.
Oh, right. Yeah. Because folks wouldn't be pushing, to get to those limits, right?
Yeah.
And they had to, he set the bar. I mean, and it was like, with Jaws, with Spielberg, right? He's kind of set in motion the idea of the blockbuster, right? And then Lucas just totally, completely, perfectly, masterfully capitalized on it.
Yeah. Look at motion capture. That started with George Lucas. That's Jar Jar Binks. Right. You don't have Thanos today without Jar Jar Binks succeeding the way he did in The Phantom Menace from that technological standpoint. There's no Thanos.
Spielberg did direct Close Encounters.
Right.
Yeah.
He
wrote it and directed it.
I need to watch THX 1138. I've never seen it.
Geo Brick says Vader or Thanos. I've got
Vader. Thanos only really had one movie. Vader has 3 movies. Yeah, the Rogue One.
4.
Vader just needed the first one. That's all he needed.
Yeah. But Thanos in Infinity War was all time. Thanos was different in Endgame. Not the same Thanos. And I know somebody hasn't seen it, so I'm not going to necessarily spoil it. So,
The Last Starfighter. Yeah,
I love that movie.
That.
That's a great movie. I love watching that movie as a kid.
Yeah. I watched that at least, I'd say, once or twice a year.
I'll tell you what, man. When I watched Cobra Kai last year, and Johnny was watching Iron Eagle, I went and got Iron Eagle off of Amazon. Me and my wife watched it. I was like, man, this movie is great, man.
You never seen Iron Eagle?
No, I've seen Iron Eagle many times. I just hadn't watched it.
You hadn't seen it
in a long time. And
I guess I need to watch it. I haven't seen Iron Eagle in 30 years, probably. So it's about time.
Yeah. Iron Eagle is great. That's a great 80s flick.
Yeah, it is.
Louis Gossett Jr.
Yep. It came out before Top Gun, right?
Just like maybe that same summer.
Yeah.
I remember Top Gun was after it, but like it got all the acolytes, because of Tom Cruise and what's her name? Kelly
Kelly McGinnis.
McGinnis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, she's looking old, man.
Right.
Rough boy.
Tom Cruise looks the same.
Tom Cruise takes care of his body, man. That guy eats right, works out, and he just doesn't age, man. Tom Cruise is like 56, I believe.
Well, I think Kelly McGillis is actually a lot older than Tom Cruise too.
Yeah, I think she's about 60. I think
She was doing
she's older than him.
She looks about 90.
Yeah,
Real.
but I wouldn't go that far.
Do you like Waterworld?
Game. I just watched Waterworld last
that,
night.
That movie's awful, man. That movie
is awful. It is so awful.
I think I only seen it one time, and it was so horrible. I never watched it again.
I don't even know why. I just saw it. I was like, "What the hell?" I'll throw Waterworld in, and I watched it all the way through.
Yeah.
Speaking of Costner movies that's supposed to be awful, I'll tell you one that everybody hated that I actually liked. Do you guys remember The Postman?
Yeah.
I don't think I watched it.
I think I said it was okay, but I didn't like hate on it like half or like 70% of the population was. They were like really on it. But I was like, it's all right.
Oh. Brie Larson.
But yeah,
yeah, we need to talk about that petition. And just for you guys know, that's my next video. Is coming out after this live stream.
Oh, I will say this though about Waterworld. Dennis Hopper's hilarious in that.
Yeah, he's good.
He's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Dennis Hopper's good in everything.
Right.
He really is. Yeah.
Brie Larson made the news again. I was watching one of you guys made a video.
Me.
Yeah. About somebody named Rambo. John Rambo's ex or something.
No, Maria Rambo.
Okay, who the hell is she?
Rhodes, you take this one. You seem to know more about that than all of us.
Yeah, Monica Rambeau is.
I keep thinking John Rambo.
No, it's Rambo,
like French.
It's spelled with like a Louisiana sort of swing.
Yeah, it's French.
Yeah, French.
French. Yeah. Exactly.
Don't make fun of us French people.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it's she was Captain Marvel in the early 80s, and I read a lot of her comics.
Now, this was after Shazam, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Captain Marvel was an extremely interesting character, and she had a big arc with the Avengers, and the Avengers actually named her their leader. And one of the things that I had brought up a long time ago, maybe like the first or second Bad versus Evil ever, Captain Marvel came up, and I said, why is Captain Marvel not African American? She was an African American female. The character was the inspiration for her character was Pam Grier.
Oh yeah, from Rum Punch.
You know,
Pam Grier is amazing.
Amazing, fantastic actress. You know, good films in the 70s. You know, and of course she made a massively fantastic comeback with Jackie Brown, right?
Yeah. And in case you guys don't know Pam Grier, she was basically the black version, I would say, of what's that lady's name?
Pamela Anderson at the time, I guess.
She was basically a Pamela Anderson of her time. She really was. She was a set symbol.
She's just doing like super B sexploitation.
Yeah, she was a strong female character back in the 1970s when Kathleen Kennedy probably doesn't know who she is because that wasn't her thing. You know, she didn't want to watch no black women.
I questioned it right there. I said, why is Brie Larson playing this character, right? I was like, if Black Panther was all of a sudden played by Chris Evans, we'd all be going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? And they just skipped and went straight to this Carol Danvers. And there's been a petition out there that is basically calling for Brie Larson to step down as Captain Marvel and let an African American actress take the role as Captain Marvel. And of course, the thing is, a couple of things come out of that. Number one, she's walking around, calling for social justice,
Right.
and diversity in film, and you're a white lady that took a African American role.
Yep.
And number two, it's been found out that for all this social justice narrative she's been preaching, the only charitable donations she's ever given to anything is to the Motion Picture and Television Fund.
Yeah.
She has donated no money
Yep.
to any social causes whatsoever.
So by stepping down, she'll, kind of
Yeah.
prove her talk through action, if you will, right?
Yeah, that's like Bill Gates donating to Microsoft.
I had one quick question for you guys. Or I guess mainly Rhodes here because he seems to be the Captain Marvel expert. So Monica Rambeau was Captain Marvel prior to Carol Danvers. Is that what I'm getting?
Correct.
Oh, and and that's what you're saying. They just skipped over.
Yeah, Carol Danvers came along in like the late 90s, maybe.
Gotcha.
Ish.
No, actually, they made her, I believe, in 2012. I'm not mistaken, for the MCU.
So yeah, why the hell they skip over Monica Rambeau then?
Carol Danvers had an arc in comics, but that's not been long enough. Okay, they didn't change Steve Rogers and Tony Stark, and they've been around forever.
Right.
And Peter Parker is still Peter Parker. He's still Spider-Man. So why is Captain Marvel somebody different?
Can we say white? Can we say white privilege on this live stream?
I it's so strange. Like whenever I hear the word Captain Marvel, I still think of Shazam.
Shazam.
Maybe that's Hollywood exposing their racism.
Yep.
Thinking that a black female can't carry an MCU movie.
Oh, she's going through that issue. Barry Galvin saying she won't step down. She actually thinks she is Captain Marvel. Kind of like Johnny Weissmuller when he thought he was Tarzan.
We all know she's not going to step down, but what are the odds that she gives a response to this? I don't think Brie Larson's going to say anything about this.
I think she's going to go zero dark 30.
Yeah, I think so too. Because there's no upside for her to say anything.
I can't wait to see
what she's going to say something. No, she's going to say something.
I don't
think so. The Mary Sue's going to write an article on this?
Oh,
yeah.
That website.
Yeah. That shield website.
Yeah. How in the hell are they going to defend this?
They'll probably say it's a bunch of racists and sexists that's trying to push Brie Larson out.
No, we're calling for an African American to take an African American's role, and that's
right.
What the fuck kind of world am I living in? Right?
It'd be like having like a Blade movie and Blade's played by Jim Carrey or something, right?
Well, this is a bunch of SJWs forcing her out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But in this case, they got a point.
Like normally I'm like, I just keep all the politics out of crap, right? Just make a good, entertaining film. But in this case, I'm kind of for these folks here. I hope they push her out and we get like Missandei from Game of Thrones or something taking over. That'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm agreeing with SJWs for a change.
I know man. We better go check, make sure the moon's not going to crash to us.
Man, that'd be awesome if Natalie Emmanuel, she plays Missandei in Game of Thrones. She would be great. Because now that you think about it, when Dave Benioff and DB Weiss do their stuff, there's going to be a lot of Game of Thrones people in Star Wars. Definitely. I think. So I already think Macy Williams is gonna be like a Jedi or something.
Right. Now, did you, John, were you telling me about Davos?
I think Rhodes had mentioned that.
Liam Cunningham there? Or was that Rhodes?
I think that was Rhodes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's supposedly already, he kind of let it slip that he's got some kind of a character role in that trilogy, but He didn't know anything about the part. He just said, "I hope they." How'd he put it? I hope they don't have me just wearing a helmet. I hope it's a speaking role. So I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Oh, they'll definitely have him speak.
He's too good an actor. They got to.
Yeah, they gotta get him.
They let Brianna Tart speak. Oh,
Yeah, too bad she won't be able to be in any of that stuff, man. Because man, they have just
yeah,
roasted her.
Yeah, I was just thinking, was the helmet line kind of a shot at how they kept the helmet on Brianna Tarth the whole time? Was that kind of a shot at him?
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah, I'm wondering that too.
Yep, already the 5th all-time movie. You're correct. Infinity Geeks.
It may be 4th now in reality.
Right.
When
I've got a cat that just jumped on top of the fridge. This is not going to go well. Oh, she's going to fall.
Well, here's a good question, guys. Do you think it'll get nominated for Best Picture?
What, Endgame?
Yeah, Endgame.
Nope.
No.
I don't either.
No. It's not. It doesn't have enough social justice points. It has too many white people. So just being honest with you, the way they did it.
I'm sitting there trying to think of where the folks of color are.
Yeah.
Other than Black Panther, but he comes out at the end.
Like Black Panther to me is awesome. That's a great movie.
Yeah,
but it got nominated for one reason and one reason only. To check off the social justice boxes. And
John, do you have that in your? Did you have that movie in your top 5?
What?
MCU movies. Black Panther. Was it in your top?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about it, and I said, Black Panther is number 5. I think Endgame is number 4. Winter Soldier is number 3. Civil War is number 2, and Infinity War is number 1. And it's kind of hard to rank all 22 movies, man. Actually, Collider they ranked all 22 of their MCU movies. I don't know. I don't see how they did that, but they did it.
But they had The Last Jedi at number 1.
No.
Bazing.
Oh, that's good.
I was surprised at how little love Doctor Strange got. I really like Doctor Strange.
Oh, right. Yeah,
they had it like some of them had them like it ranked like number 14, number 18. I was like, man, that's really low.
That's way too low.
Yeah. Captain Marvel didn't get much love from I think one person had it in the top 10, and that was like at number 8, I believe.
Was that Kim Knapsack?
No, I don't think it was him.
Yeah.
Oh, so they all did their own list.
That was problem. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but pretty much the Russo brothers Avengers, the Russo brothers MCU movies were all in the top 10.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no. We got some sad Star Wars
What happened?
news. Is it right? I've got to check something before I announce this.
It's sad?
Yeah.
What'd you type in?
That makes me sad. You may hear me get emotional on a stream right now. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I just see it.
Peter Mayhew.
Oh man.
Peter Mayhew passed away.
Oh man.
Oh. Okay. Wow.
That makes me sad too.
Yeah.
God dang.
Favorite Wookiee. He lived right here in Texas too.
Well, my second favorite Star Wars character.
I said about 34 minutes ago. I knew they said he had health problems, so
yeah. Oh. Man, but a lot of people that are that tall, man, they usually don't live very long.
I thought he was older.
Yeah, he's 74, so he lived a full life.
And like Dog said, I actually thought he was older than that. Yeah. Damn. Okay. So I didn't expect to bring that out of the live stream.
It says the actor was 74 when he died on April 30th in his home in North Texas.
April 30th.
Yeah, he was with his family, according to a statement released on Mayhew's Twitter on Thursday. So they must have just announced it.
Huh.
Man,
Jeez.
that sucks.
All right. Man, everybody just kind of got quiet. Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
Man.
You know, it's like the hell with Brie Larson.
Yeah. Man.
Oh, wow. Ah, Chewbacca the Wookiee. Jeez. Ain't that a bitch?
Rob just put up a video just now.
Yeah.
Everything Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing. I'm trying to see anything else, but just says a memorial service for family and friends will be held June 29th, but a Los Angeles memorial is also set for early December at Empire Con LA.
Nuts. Slowly but surely. It's going to be all of them, you know.
Right.
My wife was always like, I'll never forget. We got home from work a few years ago, and my wife got on the computer before I did, and she goes, "Oh no!" And I was like, "What?" She said, "Are you sitting down?" I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Harrison Ford crashed his plane," and I was like, "Oh no!" And immediately I kind of like, you know, I was like freaking out, and she was like, "No, he's alive." I was like, "Okay, cool."
You know what?
Right.
I didn't even know Peter Mayhew lived in Texas until like earlier this year.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that either till not too long ago, actually.
yeah. Man, him and Kenny Baker.
Yep.
My
Carrie
favorite
Fisher.
Wookiee. Man, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Gary Kurtz lost too recently.
Yeah.
Boy, people do not realize how much he influenced those first two Star Wars films.
Oh, Gary Kurtz.
Yeah, I've talked
Yeah.
about that in the past.
Yeah.
He was like George's barometer, you know.
Yeah. Him and George had a falling out on creative differences with Jedi.
He believed, you know, these movies should have like a darker tone, and he's the biggest reason why Empire turned out the way it did.
Yeah.
Because he really pushed for that darker narrative in that movie, and it worked. It worked out. So,
Man.
that's crazy.
Sorry, guys. We were hoping for good news today.
Sorry for the somber. I'm kind of. I told you guys I was working on that project, and I was getting a lot of Chewy in there, and I was thinking of some of the scenes I had, and I was kind of making me a little sad. But man, Chewy.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Y'all know I love some Chewbacca. So.
Every Star Wars fan loves some Chewbacca.
Yes.
Even the ones that say they don't love Chewbacca, they still deep down they love Chewbacca.
Yeah, people almost forget that Peter Mayhew was in Revenge of the Sith as Chewie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Right.
Barry Gavel, take care of yourself.
Be safe. Be safe.
12:30 a.m. Man, I have discovered that YouTubers are some serious night owls.
Man, you know,
I'm like, I gotta go to bed. I gotta work.
You know, yesterday morning when I got up at 5 a.m., Jeremy was live. And apparently he did like an all-night live stream or something.
Yep, Lily Patton. That's right. We just announced that, and we were really rolling on this live stream until I caught wind of that, and we're all just sort of
a little sad
in a state of shock and disbelief right now. George and Francis were tight. I don't know how much help he got from Francis on Star Wars. Now, I do think he got a fair bit of help from Francis on oh heck, what is the movie with Ron Howard and Harrison Ford?
Oh, you talking
The 50s movie?
American Graffiti.
American
Yeah,
Graffiti?
American Graffiti. I don't know why I couldn't think of it, but yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's all good, Geo. I
yeah,
understand.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
when this live stream's over, I'm probably going to shed one
yeah.
myself because that's a rough one.
I always
That's
remember Chewie with his hands behind his head there. After Han was like, because Wookiees are known to do that. Droids don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
Man.
Yeah.
But we had to know this day was coming, like
Right.
I really don't know how I'm gonna react when it's George's time to go. That's gonna really hurt.
But
That's
I
really
think they
gonna
all
hurt.
hurt. I mean, just
Yeah.
all of them do. Just because they're all such a staple of that. It's definitely bigger than a film. It's more than a movie, right? I mean, it's a culture. It's a it's just definitely rest in peace, Peter Mayhew.
Yeah, when Carrie Fisher passed, I sobbed like a baby. I did. I my wife was like, "Are you going to be okay?" I was like, "I don't
Yeah.
know." I was like, "This is legitimately. It feels like losing a very close relative or if
Yeah.
your best friend." I said, "You've seen their faces so much. Um, they're one of the first faces you remember in this world. Actually,
All right.
you know." For so many of us, we remember our parents and, you know, our first memories, but we also remember that Star Wars, them Star Wars faces. Um, so it's nuts.
I
That's
mean,
that's
think about other. I can't think of other than maybe Spock. Right. I mean, like a definite, an alien, right? I mean, Chewie is obviously some sort of alien form, but he's the first one I can remember, of sci-fi, kind of being, like kind of like your buddy, through the films and things of that nature, right? Other than Spock, other than, Spock with his, his ears showing, that he's a alien of some sort, right? But I mean, Chewie was a definite, like a cool alien, right? So it's hard to put that in words. But yeah, he is definitely, probably my first alien buddy, so one of my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah. Man. What were you were just like Googling something, Rhodes?
Probably Star Wars news or something.
yeah. I always take one look at leaks like while we're on a stream just in case anything
Yeah.
juicy happens.
But I'm
And
glad he got to come back for one movie.
yeah, me too. Me too.
So that's a good thing.
So so now you're going to have to add rest in peace to the stream probably.
Yeah.
The title.
Well, I'll go. I'll put out a video here in a little bit.
Yeah, I'll have to do one.
That's what I'm gonna do. Man, hate making these kind of videos.
Yeah.
I did one for Stan Lee, but this one here hits a little bit closer since we're all Star Wars fans.
Right. Right. Do you think there are less big box office actors and actresses today than in the 80s and 90s who will replace the Harrison Fords and Meryl Streep when they retire?
They can't be replaced.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No. Like Denzel, there's nobody that can replace Denzel. I mean, some of these guys are just in the league of their own. Tom Cruise, Denzel, Harrison Ford.
Nobody will ever come close to Harrison.
No.
For me.
No.
There's just no way. He has such a unique way of delivering everything.
Yep. Samuel Jackson too.
And
Daniel
Jackson.
Day-Lewis, another great one.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood, man. He is a chameleon. Clint Eastwood, he was a badass back in the 60s, and he's a badass right now when he's like what, late 80s?
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood was a man. See the Mule. If you've not seen the Mule, Clint Eastwood is amazing in that movie.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
I've been bracing for that one for a while.
Yeah, really good movie. I really liked him in Gran Torino.
Right.
I love that
Yeah,
movie.
it's good. Yeah. If you guys have never seen it, Dog, is that video still up on your page? Top 5 Clint Eastwood movies?
I believe so.
Okay.
It should be in the playlist on the top there. All the, it wasn't on my channel. I have all my collabs with Ninja and myself. They're all in the top playlist there. So, but yeah, it should be our top 5 Clint Eastwood films of all time.
Great. Yeah, one of the best streams I've ever seen on any channel ever.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was so good. Yeah, it was good. It was a great stream. Definitely a good stream. Yeah, man, that's rough. That is rough. It kind of shakes us out of the Brie Larson deal.
Right. Yeah, much bigger things than Brie Larson, that's for sure.
Yeah, Brie Larson just showed how much she means to all of us in the big scheme of things.
Right.
Yeah.
Less than nothing. So, sorry, Brie Larson.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm almost speechless now, really.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of my favorite Chewie moments are from Empire. The scene where they're closing the blast doors on Hoth, and Han and Luke, haven't come back, and it's getting dark. They got to close the blast doors, and he does a roar right as the doors slam. And then, of course, the entire scene between him and Han, right before Han goes into carbonite, is probably my favorite. Of course, that's my favorite scene in Star Wars. But
that's a great moment right there when he goes into carbon freezing.
Chewie setting off the Ewok trap. That was a good moment. Man.
Oh no, this one goes there, that one goes there.
Chewie choking the shit out of Lando Calrissian in Empire. Yep. Not wanting to put the binders on in A New Hope when they're in the prison scene.
And actually, right prior to that, when the first time you saw that door open up and he just blasts that dude, with his paw or something, right? And that guy just goes flying, right? That was a pretty cool moment. You're just like, yeah, Chewie's nothing to mess with, right? He just like instantly can just kind of instant kill somebody with one swipe. So yeah, that was a big thing. Like when they were on the Death Star and when they first walked in or whatever, when the shield door went open. And you just heard him growl, and he's like, "Oh, between your blasting and him growling, surprise the whole station doesn't know we're here."
Now we should probably do a Star Wars holiday special watch party now.
Oh God!
Yeah, Life Day. Chewie's Life Day.
Yeah,
Life Day, pal.
Yeah, it takes place on Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
I watched it. I watched it live when it was happening on television.
Man.
Yeah, I think I did too.
It's better than Last Jedi.
Oh yeah.
Harrison Ford's in it. There's some stormtroopers in it.
I haven't seen it in forever. I'm surprised they even got Harrison Ford to to shoot that movie.
Yeah, I saw it just
Yeah.
a couple of years ago. It was on YouTube forever.
Yeah.
It's still on there, probably.
Now, but George Lucas had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
And like he tried to buy up all the copies because it was so bad. So I wonder why he even let it get made.
Oof.
Because that came out before Empire, right? Because he may have gave up some rights, because I think the whole idea was him to get the merchandising rights.
Yeah. That was the first appearance of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And that was prior to Empire. Yep.
Oh, episode 4 actors. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I can't think of many other ones. I don't know if Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru are still alive. Probably not.
Rest in peace.
If they, I don't know actually.
Probably not.
Oh, the actors that played them? Surely not. Surely not.
Oh no, they're both deceased already.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, oh man.
Well, let's see. The actor that played
What about Wedge Antilles?
Yeah, Wedge. That's where.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah, they could bring Wedge back for episode 9 too.
Because he's salty about some Star Wars.
Yeah, why isn't Wedge Antilles back? What happened to him?
But they need to get a new voice actor, because
they tried to get him to come back. He
didn't want to do it. I think
didn't want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He probably read the script and was like, man.
Probably some of the smartest moves of his career was not coming back for the sequel trilogy.
He's like, Wedge hangs out with Porg. I don't think so.
Wedge flies into a mountain. Nah, I think I'll pass.
Wedge quits.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, he just tries to do a burst and stomp me or something.
I bet it they may actually have him do this. He's on the resistance ship, and he sees they're getting bombarded, so he just takes one of the escape pods and he just flies away, saves his own skin.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did that.
Yeah, it's Rose dragging or is Rose dragging what's his name, Finn off, right? You see Wedge just kind of exit stage left.
Rian Johnson probably actually tried to get him to come back to take the traitor role that DJ had. And he said, no, I'll pass.
Oh man.
Oh.
All right, we're about to wrap this up, guys.
Detach cable.
Yep. It's too bad it's not his voice. Because I didn't know what his voice sounded like. I found out that's not his voice, and he's British.
Yeah.
He's Ewan McGregor's uncle at that.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's wild.
So Princess Elsa says only Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Anthony Daniels are alive now from the original trilogy actors. No. Well, technically no.
That's what we were trying to go through.
James Earl Jones is still around.
That's true.
The guy that plays Admiral Piet, he's still around.
Well, there was a documentary on Netflix that was about side characters that were in the original Star Wars, and it's really a great watch.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of the fighter pilots still alive.
Yeah.
That were in those scenes.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a good watch. If y'all get a chance, you ought to check that out.
Yeah.
It's still on there.
Did I tell you that the guy that played Gold Leader was in Superman 2? He was the prison guard that said "Lights out, Luther."
All right.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah, if you look at it, it's him. It's him. He's in that movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a great Superman movie.
Yeah, Zod was Chancellor Valorum.
Yep, General Zod. Yeah, he's Chancellor Valorum. Terrence Stamp.
Before Zod.
We shall kill the son of our jailer. Come to me, son of Jarrell. Kneel before Zod. I don't do a good impersonation.
That was pretty good, actually.
I need to watch that again. It's been a while since I've seen Superman 2.
Would you care to step outside? That's funny.
I love that movie, man.
You know what? I binged all Marvel movies. Maybe I need to. Maybe it's about time I get around and just binge some DC movies this weekend.
So you are a general, and who do you answer to? I answer only to the president, and he will answer to me.
He is like perfectly over the top.
Yeah.
Oh, we're fucking
so
what does Terrence Stamp's General Zod rank on your all-time villains list?
That is he's good. Like,
he's right up there for me, man.
Compared to Hux, like seriously.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Who you take? I'm taking Zod.
Yeah. You know, I got to be honest with you. I didn't hate Michael Shannon as Zod either.
Oh, he was really good as Zod.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like Man of Steel.
Yeah, I do too. I know a lot. It gets a lot of hate.
Yeah, I see why people don't like it because it does feel more like an alien invasion movie than Superman. But they were trying to do something different.
Yeah.
Hey, dog.
Yeah. Well, I'm still waiting on the Snyder cut of Justice League. So one of these days, maybe. One of these days.
It's not. Yeah, he says there's one out there, I believe.
Yeah, there is. He says there's one in existence and it's over 3 hours long. And I'm like, Jesus, can I see that?
But man, I didn't like Justice League.
Well, he's got scenes of Darkseid in his, and he's got the Green Lantern showing up at the end, and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing, Josh Whedon.
And and now that I've been watching The Flash on Netflix,
I told you,
I really realize how bad Justice League is now.
I told you were going to be out on Ezra Miller if you ever watched The Flash.
They should definitely get what's his name? Grant Gustin. That's who plays.
Yeah.
That guy's really good.
Great as Barry Allen.
Really good. Yeah. My wife gets annoyed with Iris though, but I like it. That guy's really good as the Flash.
Yeah. I like Iris.
I do too. I said I like her and Barry together.
Yeah. She's easy on my eyes.
Yeah. They should They should definitely they can make a good Flash movie. They can. DC, it is possible for DC to make good stuff, but it's the CW that's in charge of the TV shows and stuff.
Well, I said they made a mistake by not incorporating some of that TV universe into the movie universe, because Stephen Amell and Grant Gustin could easily float the Green Arrow and the Flash into the movies. They're good enough actors. They own those characters. Yeah. And that was a mistake. I mean, trying to get us invested in another Flash after we've got a great one on TV. I mean, that's just not it didn't fly with me.
I'll tell you one thing though. One thing that's hard to watch on the Flash is Brandon Routh as Adam. Because he sounds and he looks like Superman. Brandon Routh looks like Superman.
Right.
It was tough, but as things progress, you'll get by.
I mean, it's not like I didn't like him as Adam, but doesn't he look just like Superman? And because he played Superman.
Right.
You want to know the truth? I would have liked to have seen him play Superman with some good writing and good direction.
Yeah, because I liked him as Superman. The movie he was in was bad.
Terrible, but he was good. Princess Elsa, what percentage of Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and Superman's success do you think is because of John Williams' music? Quite a lot, I would guess. The music is brings out a lot of emotion for me. I know when I watch it. movies.
I don't know what kind of success I would say the movies have, but I mean, John Williams is in a league of his own. But I do think if you didn't have him, those movies would still be great because there are other great composers out there, you know?
Right.
Um, like, at that time, like during the 70s and everything, I mean, you had a young James Horner in the early 80s. I think Hans Zimmer was around too, but not as much. Because I really love James Horner's Wrath of Khan score. It's one of my favorites.
That is a good one too.
Yeah.
And then to answer Elsa's question there, I think I've mentioned this in the past about just in general Star Wars films. I always say, story, sound, characters, and the music, right? So I usually at least 25%, I would say, a quarter, at least. And I think there's at times where you could definitely give them even more credit for the music's definitely a big staple to the films.
So. Well, I can tell you this. Let's just look at the Rise of Skywalker trailer. Okay, I've got no reason to have any excitement for that, but I watched that trailer, and when that music kicked on, I was like, oh shit. I was like, that music automatically draws some emotion in from me.
And they brought in Luke Skywalker's voice too.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So they knew exactly how to market it. They were like, yep, put the music in there, bring in Luke Skywalker's voice here too. And then, show a lightsaber, and then do something a little different with have her jump over a TIE fighter and show that. And then we'll show a remnant of the Death Star at the end of it. And show Chewie doing a growl or something. And I can't remember what else is in that trailer. Kylo Ren picks somebody up and throws them on the ground, does like the rock bottom, I think.
Yeah, I think that trailer was strictly driven by the music because most of that trailer wasn't that great.
Right. So, yeah, if you put some different type of music in it, it would definitely probably change the scope of it. I should do that. That would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Put like some polka with it or something.
Yeah.
I should see if that works. That would be pretty funny.
Hey, John, I got to bail out. I've got a dog that's dying to go outside right now.
Yeah, we're about to wrap this up right now anyway, guys. So
all right.
I'm about to put up my video. It'll be out in a few minutes. And
thanks, guys.
Make sure you guys check it out. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll be back next week. And you guys be safe. Catch you later.